Hey, it's David Beckham, BreezeFlippers, back in my office for the end of the week update. A little different, a little change of pace this week. Main reason I'm in here tonight is, well, it was really slow this week and I only had 2 sales, so why not shoot it from where I'm comfortable? The other reason is because it's a bit of a madhouse out there. My grandson's here, my daughter's home from college, and she's got friends with her from college, so I'm going to record in here and then go back out there and enjoy my time with them. But like I said, it's been a really slow week. It's uncharacteristically slow, and I think I know some things that are going on, but I've also made some changes. We're going to talk a little bit about that, what we're doing to try to boost some sales and get things going. So let's get into it. All right, like I said, it is kind of slow this weekend. It's not that there hadn't been any action or things going on the site. We've had a lot of different, sent out a lot of offers. I mean, there's just been some things going on. It's just nobody's pulling the trigger. I do think there's a lot going on in the economy, obviously, right now. I was just looking at eggs tonight. It's really $9 for a dozen eggs. So, there's a lot of things going on, and I think that's kind of slowed down the buying that people are doing, maybe the stuff that they don't need. So who knows, but 2 sales over the weekend, a little slow. Now, we did some things to kind of spur that, to try to get something going. I did start a new sale yesterday. The last sale ended last Sunday at midnight, and the new one started Saturday. So I did start a new sale, got that going, had a lot of items in there. We're doing, again, anything over 100 days. We dropped it to 25%, and I've got all the way from 25% down to 5% on various different categories and things. So we are working at getting sales. I also, every time, even if something's on sale and it comes in, I use an app called Blaze Text, or it might be Text Blaze, one of those two. If you look it up, you'll see which one it is. But I can automatically drop text into like anywhere that I can just use a quick key and drop text in there. And I always send out basically an offer on top of the sale. So I always say, hey, we're offering you an extra 5% on top of the sale, depending on the item. So I always kind of want to build that in, because I think that pushes them a little bit harder to make that purchase. So we do have that going on almost half the store. So I think we'll see what's happening, and then I'll probably add some more items to some of these sales as time goes on. We're going to run that till the end of the month and see what happens. I got a couple newsletters going out, actually 3 newsletters going out, one each week. So I'm gonna send one out Tuesday, and then the next Thursday, and the next Thursday before the end of the end of the month for that sale. So, like I said, a little slow, not a big deal. We'll make it work. I think it's just, I had a great January and February. So other people were saying during January, February, they were having horrible sales, nothing, and I'm like, I'm having great sales. I'm not complaining at all. So maybe this is my turn. It's just the way it is. But we did have a couple things that sold. So let's take a quick look at that. First thing we sold was a Texas flag hat. Nothing special about this, guys. I don't even know who it's made by. It doesn't have a tag, but it's a nice solid hat. It's got a Texas flag on it, and it looks good. This is the 1,070th hat in my inventory, and that's not how many we have now, but that's how many we've had, because that's how my numbering system works. I started at 0001 with hats, so we still use the same roll. It's going to go up to 2,500. Maybe I hit 2,500, I'll stop selling hats. I don't know, but we'll see. But that hat actually sold for $13.59, and we got $4.99 shipping. The other hat that I sold was this one. It's Pikes Peak, Colorado, and it's got the 14,1110 or 1110. Yeah, anyway, you can see it. So this actually came from a guy that I knew that owned a shop where they made, I guess, like different types of sports and trophies and all kinds of promotional items and stuff, and they did a lot of hats. So I bought about a dozen hats, and they're all just different things, samples that he had, but all of them had something different. This one's brand new. It's a really nice hat. So I actually ended up getting $12.74 for it and $4.99 shipping. So I maybe paid $1 for them. Don't know. It's been a while since I've done that, but it's a decent hat. Also, we did sell one other thing on Friday that went out, and I'll just put it up on the screen. The 7 Deadly Sins Hawk 8-inch plush sold on Friday, and that's a character from the 7 Deadly Sins anime. So my daughter had 2 of these pigs, and I sold the other one that was a bigger one recently. No, I haven't sold that one. This is the one that sold. I can't remember. Anyway, I know this one sold. There might be a bigger one still out there, but this one sold and it's actually going to Sweden. The guy paid a lot to get it to Sweden, which really surprised me. So, but this one sold for $14.99 and we got $5.99 shipping, and it's on its way overseas. So it's got a nice little trip ahead of it. Other than that, that's about what's been going on as far as the sales goes. Like I said, not worried about it. This month is starting out kind of abysmal, but we're 73% down year over year for the month, which we're 9 days in a month. So this is not time to start raising a red flag and running for the hills. This is just the way business goes sometimes. But overall for the quarter, not going to complain. We're still 61% ahead of where we were last year this same time. So January and February did a great job for us, and we're at $35 average sale price, so we're 65% higher than what we were last year. So not going to complain. Would love to have more sales. We'll try to get more sales, and here's what we've done. We've made some changes, obviously, to try to get things going. We've added the sales, so we've got some sales running. We're sending out newsletters, and on top of that, I'll schedule out a whole bunch of Instagram posts to kind of see if we can get people seeing it. I'll put stuff on Facebook, on our page. I'll do all kinds of stuff to try to promote that, to try to get things going and get eyeballs on the store is the biggest thing. The other thing that we've done is in the past 3-4 days, I've taken down almost 150 items and redone them, changed the pricing, changed some wording, did some things on it to make it a little bit different, sold similar, and then changed the pricing. It was the biggest thing. But I also made most of them free shipping. So basically what I'm looking at is anything that is under $9.99, I'm going to make it free shipping. And I'm going to add that money, the shipping cost, onto the top. Generally that shipping cost is somewhere between $5 and maybe $7 at the max. So I'll put that on top of that. It still gives me some wiggle room to send out offers if I need to, or accept offers. So we'll see how that works. And then anything over $100, actually really anything over $90, I'm doing free shipping as well, unless it's a big bulky item. So like I've changed a whole bunch of graded comics to free shipping, and I've changed a whole bunch of lower end comics that were selling for $5, $6, $7 to free shipping, and I've just tacked that on to the price because I think it just looks better. Nobody wants to pay $5.99 for a comic and then $5.99 shipping. It just looks bad, right? So, but most people would pay $11.99 for a comic with free shipping, so, or $10.99, depending on the comic, obviously. But we're going to look at that and see how that works, and I think it's going to work too on the graded stuff because why not? If I build that into the cost and I'm trying to keep it there, I'm always looking at fair market value. I mean, I use a couple sites, Go Collect, and I use I think it's CP. Comic cover price, and I look at those before I price things, and I want to make sure that I'm trying to get it as close as I can, to fair market value, but fair market value plus shipping. So I work that in there to try to get it. And biggest thing I always look at is, am I making money on it? Because obviously I'm not going to give it away. If I paid $100 for something, I'd really like to get at least $200 for it. So I'm trying to balance that out. And most of the comics, I have very few comics that I paid. I have one comic that I paid way too much for. I paid about $135 for it, but I just like the cover so much. So, and I think it's behind me. It's this one right here. You probably can't see it, but it is the Spider-Man. I think it's number 68, but it's the one with the basketball cover, and it's a virgin. So, and signed by Shamik Moore. Yeah. Anyway, it's a cool looking comic, and I do have it for sale, but I have it marked up because it's displayed, and I don't know if I really want to sell it. So we'll see what happens. But we made a lot of changes. So I'm also about 135 to 140 drafts that have been completed the past couple days. I'm doling those out about 5 to 7 a day. I've got them scheduled. I'm scheduling them out. So I'm about 2 weeks ahead in scheduling right now. And I'm going to continue that to kind of push that out. So that's one less thing to have to worry about. So if something happens and I can't do any listings that day, I still know I've got 5 or 7 dropping, and we just keep doing that constantly. And then on top of that, I'm cherry picking some of the other drafts that I've done and throwing those out there as well. So, But that's, I mean, I think honestly the algorithm really looks for that. That's the biggest thing that the algorithm's looking for, just consistency and being active in your store, in your site, to keep in your eBay system. They want you to keep doing things, right? So as long as you're showing that you're doing things, I think the algorithm is going to favor that. Now, I don't believe that you can go a month on end and not list anything. I do think you need to list, even if it's only 3 times a week. If you're consistently listing 3 times a week, I think the system's going to recognize that and say, okay, at least you're doing something. You should be answering your emails. You should be answering, or at least reviewing listings and going into your store and touching something. And I think the algorithm's going to recognize that. So, because we've done it before where we didn't list anything for a week or 2 and the business just drops off. It will just drop off because they're not going to favor a store that's nobody's working in. And I see this all the time when people say, oh, nothing's selling right now. And then they come back and they say, well, I've only listed like 3 things or 4 things, or, they don't do anything. So that's what's going to happen. So you're going to have to stay on top of it to make sure that you're continuously doing something in your store to keep things going. So that's things that we've done. I honestly feel like it'll pick up. I do feel like maybe this week's going to be a good week. I've got all kinds of great optimism that I believe it will be. So we'll see what happens with that. But we've done, like I said, we had a good weekend too of sourcing. Friday night, we went out to a church sale. And well, actually, before that, I made a Facebook buy. I bought 18 graded comics. I paid $400 for them. I priced them out somewhere between $800 and $900, but I bought them because of 3 of those, and I will show those at some point. 3 of them are Secret Wars that I wanted. So I'm trying to collect the entire run of Secret Wars, and I got 3 graded ones. I got number 1, number 7, number 1, number 5, and number 7 that are graded. Now, they're not high grades, 9.8s or anything. They're 9.6s. And a lot of the comics, there are a few 9.8s, but there are a couple of them in there that I'm pretty sure I'll get over 200 for. So I'll make my money back, plus I'll get 3 that I want. And there's a few of them that are kind of cool. So, but I'll be getting those listed probably this week to put those out. So that was a fun little buy. Nice guy. Going through a divorce. These are things that happen, and you feel bad, but I offered him a little less, and then he came back and he said, no, 400's, he goes, they're worth more than 400. And I'm like, you're right, I'll just pay the 400. And because I wanted those 3 that were in there for sure. And I was very happy with it. So I even got a hard case for him. So I'll have to show that at some point. But after that, we went to a church sale. I believe the Trinity Presbyterian Church had a church sale where they were doing the 50% markup night, which means that all the prices are priced, everything's priced. There was a whole gymnasium full of stuff. Everything was priced, and then you pay 50% more. So if it was $1, you pay $1.50. Okay. It's for charity, and it's a cool charity. It was their charity stuff that they have, and it's for their missions. And we didn't mind going, so it was fun. So we had an enjoyable time. I ended up buying, I think, 20 very nice Blu-ray DVDs, and picked those up. I, again, paid a little bit more, $1.50 a piece for them. However, these are ones that are in like specialized cases and such. So, and they're sci-fi and different ones. So I think those are going to sell great on Dibdit, and I'll sell those. I can sell them individually or maybe as a group, depending on the type. And I'll sell those on Dibdit. And then the next day we went back and we bought a whole bunch of t-shirts at $0.25 a piece. Nice graphic tees and different shirts and things that looked really, really good. And matter of fact, I bought this shirt. I thought this was 25 cents. So it's an Under Armour and I love it. So I kept this one. I'm not selling it, but I thought it was a great shirt, and we got a lot of great shirts to sell. And then we also picked up, I think, another 41 DVD Blu-rays. So, and some of them were sealed. So some of the ones that I didn't pick up the night before that I passed on were still there when I got there, and I was like, score. So I got all those as well. So all those will be going on our Dibdit sale pretty soon. We're going to have I probably mentioned that it's a little chaotic out there, and the reason why is because my grandson came to visit last night, and he's 3.5 years old, so he is just a ball of lightning everywhere, and enjoy the heck out of him though. We had so much fun. We watched Sonic the Hedgehog number 3 last night, so that was fun. And then he plays in the living room, and I love it. It's a great time. We don't get to see him very often, so every minute we get, we try to take with him. And then my daughter's home for school for spring break. She brought some friends with her, so we're doing that as well. And it's been it's been fun having her here. So while she's here, though, we're going to have an auction. We're trying to move some of her stuff because she has an apartment that is way too full, and she graduates at the end of this semester. She'll have a degree in theater, so a master's degree in theater, costume design technology. So she's a costume designer. So she's going to be graduating at the end of the semester, and we got to get her moved. And this apartment has more stuff than a couple should have, you know, and it's a 2-bedroom apartment and it's full. So we're going to have to sell some stuff. So she's selling stuff this week and trying to move some clothes. We're going to do that this week sometime. So we're going to get all that scheduled tonight out for the week, and we'll let you know. We're also having comic sales. I'm going to be doing some card sales, all kinds of fun stuff. So if you haven't gone to Dibbed It yet, you can go to dibdit.com. You can sign up, use BreezeFlips. You'll get $5 off your first purchase. There's also Dibbed It threads, and it's Dibbed It like I did that, you know, I did dibs, you know, dibs on that. But Dibbed It threads, Dibbed It cards, and you can go to any one of those, and you can do the same thing. Sign up, use BreezeFlips. But there's going to be some fun stuff happening there. That platform is really growing, and I love it because the people are great. I haven't had any problems with anyone. Enjoy it. I think I've done a total of 7 auctions total, and we've made almost $2,000 selling off stuff that otherwise would be sitting in our inventory for a long time. So very, very happy with that process, enjoying it, having a lot of fun. We're going to continue that and try to do 2 and 3 auctions a week of different types, and we'll see where this goes. And hopefully, you know, it's like it's changing the way that we buy stuff. So when we're out sourcing, now I look for things I sell on eBay, I look for things I can sell in the booth, and I look for things I can sell on Dibbed It. So our booth sales really slow this week, so it kind of makes me think it's kind of funny because when the booth sales were high, eBay sales were high. When the booth slows down, eBay slows down. So definitely something in the economy, I feel like, I think that's just some of the things that can be going on, but it could be about anything. But we are coming into tax season. If you haven't done your taxes yet, you need to do your taxes. If you're a reseller and you haven't tried out myresellergenie.com, go to myresellergenie.com and you can use BreezeFlippers and get 15% off your first month. That program will save your entire business. It has 3 levels. I use the top level. Even at the top level, it's only $19.99 a month. Pulls in all of my numbers, does all of my inventory. It does everything I need to do. I love it. Can't say enough about it. You need to go check it out. You can look for the link in our show notes. But it's tax season, and unfortunately, in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing my taxes. I pushed it off far enough. This is as close as I can get to it. So to get it done, I always end up paying every year, so I always wait. But you know, it's just the way it works. That's living in America, right? So anyway, but so lots of stuff going on. I think it's going to be a good week. I'm hoping it's going to be a good week. It'll be fun at least because my daughter will be here all week, and we're going to go. I think I'm going to take a couple days off. We're going to go hit some bins and see if we can find some merchandise and items that we can sell still through the sale that we're going to have this week. We're also going to hit some thrift stores, and you know, we just like to go out and do some sales and stuff and find some fun stuff to do. And we'll definitely be garage selling next Saturday for sure, because she likes to do that before she has to go back on Sunday and back to the grind, finish out this last semester so she can graduate. So, but anyway, that's what's going on with me. I hope things are going great for you. I hope your business is going great. I hope you're staying safe with your family. And, you know, hey, if you want to drop us a note, talk to us. If you haven't liked and subscribed, you've watched it this far, I hope you do. Help us grow this channel. Hopefully I can maybe help you. Hopefully you can help me. You can interact with me on the comments, and we can talk, and we can try to figure out things that are going on with our business. Maybe we can help each other. So again, I hope things are going great for you. I'm David Beckham, BreezeFlippers. We'll see ya.